Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited because I'm going to show you how I make some vegan breakfast items. As you guys know, I got the Breville Waffle Iron and I've been trying out different Belgian waffle recipes, which I just found out are mainly yeast-based real Belgian waffles. So I've been trying to figure that out. And with that, if those don't work, what I've been doing is kind of having a backup. So last time I had some bagels that I bought. Today I'm gonna make some biscuits, which are amazing. I got it from the Minimalist Baker. I'll put that information below. She has a blog. She has some really good recipes on there for vegans. And yeah, so some vegan breakfast items that I thought that you would enjoy. So you can come cooking with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And yeah, if you want to make some biscuits and waffles with me, which are all vegan, then keep on watching. Okay guys, I am back. I put you closer up so you can see what I'm doing. And I got all the ingredients out. Right now in the bowl is about a 1/4 cup of warm water. And I'm going to put a 1/2 package of yeast in here. And hopefully that's half. Because I'm halving the recipe. I've kind of adapted these overnight Belgian waffles by Ina Garten, which, Gartner? I think it's Gartner. Garten? I like her stuff. No, it's Garten. Ina Garten. Fruit Network. I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon. I think it's a 1/4 teaspoon. No, it is 1 teaspoon of sugar within this. See, I have all my stuff out. Trying to make sure it goes fast for you guys. And I'm supposed to just let it sit for about 5 minutes, it says. And once it starts to plump up, then I know the yeast is working. Then I've already, in the microwave, I have 2 tablespoons of butter, vegan butter, and I have a cup of almond milk. And I needed to melt the butter and I needed the almond milk. I have unsweetened almond milk to be warmed. Not hot, but warmed. So we will come back once the 5 minutes is up. All right, guys, we're back. What I'm going to do is, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to stir in this mixture I need a tablespoon of honey. Now, there are some vegans who do not use honey. I don't mind using honey, it's not a problem for me. So I'm using honey, and you can decide not to use honey. That's just fine as well, I assume. And then I'm going to add some vanilla. I'm just going to pour the vanilla in there because I like vanilla extract. And I also need to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt, but it says 1 1/4 teaspoons. So I'm just going to, since I'm halving the recipe, I just do a nice little big lump of 1/4. And then I mix all of this in together. And I just use the spoon that I used for the honey, so that the tablespoon, just to get the rest of the honey off. And then once I mix all this in, I mix this all into the yeast, the sugar, and the lukewarm water. And I just use the same honey tablespoon just to get all the honey out of there, because it can take a little bit. Now this recipe is meant to be done overnight. The overnight version really didn't work for me, and probably because user error. That's normally the case for me, it's user error. All right guys, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Breville Waffle Maker, which is super cool. And we're going to put it on classic this time. And I'm going to put it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Oops, it's a nice lock there. And wait for that to heat up as I finish this. Now, with this, I need to now add flour. It says add a cup of flour. But last time I had to keep adding to make it kind of thicker, the thickness that I wanted. So let's start stirring, mixing. Yeah, I need mine a little thicker. You have too thin waffles, and some people like that. I like the batter to be a little thicker. And if, you know, I put too much and it's too thick, I can always thin it out with almond milk. Now with this recipe, you're supposed to now cover this with plastic wrap and let it sit overnight in a cool room temperature, not in the refrigerator. And then in the morning add eggs and baking soda. I'm just gonna add baking soda, which it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm gonna do half of that, of course. And there we go. I'm just kind of eyeballing it a little bit. And I'm mixing it. All right. So, I like that consistency. For me, you may like a different consistency, and that's okay. I'm just waiting for the waffle iron to heat up. And when the waffle iron heats up, then that's when the good stuff starts. Okay guys, I realized this takes a little bit to heat up, so I can go ahead and start doing the biscuits. You always have to have a backup when you're trying new vegan stuff or just new stuff, because then you end up with no breakfast. This is a cup of unsweetened almond milk, and to make buttermilk, I just add some, make it a buttermilk type of feeling or taste. I add lemon juice. Normally, you want to add about 1/2 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, but I just squeeze. There we go. And I need a cup of flour. Cup of flour. Cup of flour. Right? And then 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Let me get the baking powder. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That. We need 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. You hear it, that means it's ready. So it seems like this takes about 5 minutes to heat, or 6 minutes or something like that. I think it just really depends on which setting you put it on as well. I need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. Put the salt in there. You never want to forget salt. For some reason, I sometimes forget salt in my blueberry pancakes, which the blueberry pancakes are so good. Oh my gosh. Can I just say that? Okay. Let's go ahead and put this in there. Now, Okay, Breville gives me this nice little cup thing. I haven't used it yet, but I've just been kind of winging it. Let me push this over to the side. Sorry, guys. And I'm just gonna pour. Pour. Do the other side. Pour. A little more. Pour. These are huge, by the way, for this waffle maker. These slots are huge. And then I put it on classic, and it says 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me put this over here. Clean up a bit. And I will come back to you because I need to wash this all down so that I can use it to do my biscuits. All right, guys, I'm back. Now I'm gonna mix all the dry ingredients together with a whisk. And I need to go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, I already kind of put them in small sections. And I need to squish these up in here into small little pieces. All right, I don't do a whole lot with it. Then what we're gonna do is make a little well. So make a little well. And I'm just going to use the same whisk and whisk all of the, what did I put in there? You guys are gonna laugh. What did I put in there? The lemon and the almond milk. All right. I do need to put a little flour on here so that I can make my biscuits. You don't want to overwork dough, especially this dough, biscuit dough. So I'm going to make a well and pour. There we go. And just kind of fold in. Let me move the butter. And fold in all of it. My waffles are still cooking. It says I have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. Sorry, that was the dishwasher. Folded that in. Well, I'm gonna put a little bit more. I kind of eyeball this. I normally don't use it all. Okay. It's all on my fingers. Yes, you want to have clean hands when you do this. And then I just put it all right on here. I have a Band-Aid on my finger, which has been quite horrible because I slit right through my finger when I was cutting an apple. Oh my gosh, how it hurt. It just kept bleeding and bleeding, and it was just bad. Anyway, so you want to pat it down and then turn it over. You're not looking to knead the dough or net it or however it said. And there we go. Now I'm just going to start cutting biscuits out. As you can see, I make mine pretty thick. I've done the thin ones and they're not as good. All right, let me get something to push them out with. You can just use a cup. That's what I normally do. So I'm just using one of my cups. Or you can be cool and have a biscuit cutter. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. All right. You can see they fall apart a bit. And I have a pan right here. And I just put them on the pan. I need to rework this to do one more. This recipe is for like 2 big ones. Again, don't want to overwork it. Turn it over. It says I have 1 minute left for my waffles. I should probably check that to see if they're the way I want it, because I can always press a bit more. All right, and there we go. Normally 1 makes my husband full. I gave him 2 last time. He was like, no, I only need 1. They're huge. Let me kind of wash my hands off to check the waffles, and I will be right back. Okay guys, one thing I forgot to tell you is I preheated the oven to 450 for the biscuits, and I have to add butter to the top. Of course, this is still vegan butter. As you can see, they are delicate. And I want to get these in the oven for about 15 minutes or until golden brown on top and nice and fluffy in the middle. Now let's take out the waffles. And I have my little thing for my syrup. Isn't that so cute? I got this from Le Creuset and it's so cute. I put it in the microwave to have warm syrup. Yes, let me take these out. Now you should have tongs, but I didn't get the tongs yet. That's 1. Look how pretty that is, okay? Now you can make them lighter, or if you like them darker. I put it on 9 on classic. See how hot that is? I don't know if you can see. Put syrup on there. There we go. Hopefully, voila. All right, guys, I'm back. This is the biscuit. And I'm gonna put some jam on it. I've been using Whole Foods strawberry organic conserve, which is really good. It's not overly sweet. And I also use apricot jam, which is so good. If you don't know anything about apricot jam, you're missing out. Or preserves. Put a dollop of jam on there and serve it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me cook these waffles and biscuits. I'm still on the learning curve with the waffles, trying to figure out which batter to use, how to make them fluffy and all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see any other vegan recipes, let me know and I will do more videos of that. Comment below, let me know what you want, and thank you so much for watching. This whole vegan journey has been interesting, but I will say it's beneficial and I feel a lot lighter and I really like it. I've been enjoying it, especially when I go back to eating meat when we have guests and then trying to recover from that going back vegan. It is a lot. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.